On today's episode, we're going to go over wiring up a NEMA 1430R outlet. This one is outdoor. It is going to provide power from an electrical service to a tiny home. So again, the 1430R outlet is to provide 30 amps at 240 volts. Some other 30 amp outlets that you'll see that often carry current to travel trailers and such only have 30 amps at 120 volts. So just be aware of that. You'll see right here that the 30 amp 240 volt configuration has 4 prongs. You got a ground, 2 hots, and your neutral there in that little L shape. Now you'll see on the back, we've got the green for the ground. We've got a silver for the white or neutral. We got the 2 gold screws for your L1 and your L2, or otherwise known as your hot conductors. All right, so this is going to back up right up against the siding of a house, and I'm going to bring the wire in from the back, and that way I don't have to worry about bends or conduit. And so in this particular case, I've got to actually punch that hole out. I'm just going to be using a Romex fitting in this case. Here I've got a step bit, or otherwise known as a unibit. This is great for cutting holes in electrical equipment. All right, let's see where that gets us. That'll do it. I'm going to take the lock ring off of this Romex connector. We're going to stick one end through the box. Put the lock ring on the back. Locks this thing in place. Next, we're going to loosen these screws. I'm going to leave roughly 5 or 6 inches through the box. I'm going to tighten this cable down. So your wire strippers have one side for solid and one side for stranded. Stranded here is on my left, solid on the right, and then you'll go to the gauge wire that you're stripping. In this case, it's 10 gauge solid. Now this is probably not quite the ideal way to do it because there's not a whole lot of room in the back and it punches right through the back to these lugs. So I'm going to kind of try to finagle these wires in a way to where they're not going to be pressed up against these lugs. I guess with all these coming in from the top, I'll bend these up. Alright, so I've got the wires managed back in there. I'm just going to screw the cover plate on. Get them started. Go one at a time. Make sure that rubber gasket is nice and seated. Alright, so our outlet is pre-wired. It's got this nice sort of weatherproof cover. Next, I'm just got to drill a hole in the wall, pull some wire, and connect it to the breaker panel. Okay, next I'm going to wire up one of these trailer panels. This is for, again, RVs, utility trailers, temporary services. This one's kind of got several different options here as far as plugs. We've got a 50 amp 240 volt plug right here that's also known as a NEMA 1450. Here we've got a 120 volt 30 amp, unlike your 240 volt 30 amp plugs. And here we've got a 120 volt 20 amp plug. So this kind of covers the vast majority of your camper trailers and things of that nature where they're trying to plug into permanent power. In this case, again, there are not any knockouts in the back, but that is the route I am going. So I'm going to pre-drill a new knockout in the back so that I don't have to run any external conduit. I'm going to have to be very careful not to pierce any of these wires with my step pick. I'll just leave that open and I'll drill it from the back. All right, that'll do it. All right, so it's going to be pretty difficult for me to get some good camera shots here. I'm going to desheath this cable. I'm going to terminate my L1 and L2 conductors right here in this set of lugs. I'm going to terminate my ground and neutrals and the ground bar and the neutral bar, which you can see over there. Once I'm done, I'll give you a nice up-close shot of what I did. All right, so we got the panel wired up. As you can see, we've got our L1 and L2 in those main lugs coming in to the panel. We've got our white over there on the neutral bar, our ground over there on the ground bar. So we're gonna put this thing back together and then go ahead and get this thing installed out on site. All right, so we're here on site. We've got the trailer panel and the NEMA 1450 plug pre-wired. So I'm just gonna drill a couple holes, mount them on the outside, pull it into the load center, lay in the breakers, and call it a day. So we're gonna go ahead and start by taking out a couple knockouts. All right, so we've got the NEMA 1450 on some 6-gauge wire. We're gonna throw that on a 60 amp breaker. Then we've got our 240 volt, 30 amp plug here on the number 10 Romex on a 30 amp breaker. All right, so we got everything wired up. And this panel is a sub panel, so we've got a service disconnecting means upstream of this panel. That is where the neutrals and grounds are bonded. You can see in this panel, neutrals and grounds are on a separate bar, and that green ground screw is removed from the neutral bar. That means you want to keep your neutrals and grounds separated in this panel. If you were doing it in a main service panel, you would be able to put them on the same bar. Go ahead and get this faceplate on here and make sure the outlets have voltage and call it a day. Thanks for watching.